While I was still learning C++, school started forcing me to learn Python, and the best way to learn is by doing. So I will be making a simple game in Pygame, a STL-based Python library to build my Python skills above the school's curriculum. And just to be on the safe side, I already know some of the basics and syntax from GD script, so let's begin. I started by installing the Pygame library. Now if I do this, yes, it installed successfully. Now to get started, I will steal the template code from Pygame documentation. Now if I run this, our game window pops up, but the background color is ugly, so I suppose if I do this, yes. After that, I learned how to draw stuff onto the window and cool. Then I wrote this simple logic to move our square around and boom. Since the game gives off that snappy and gritty game feel, I will go with that style. Following that style, I made our square follow a grid. But it currently has a problem, our square can go out of the screen. So I clamped his movement and now he stays in the game view. But the game window currently having default title bugs me. So I changed it to Greedy. Yes, I stole that name from Clippy. Now it's time to plan the gameplay and here it is. Our player can move in the grid and these score points will randomly spawn on the grid. And if the player touches them, the score goes up. Yes, this is a pretty simple idea, but I blame that on my time management. So yeah. Now it's time to make the score points. I wrote some temporary code and it works, although they spawn again and again each frame. So I fixed the temporary code and logic. The score points now spawn randomly onto the grid. But as we can see that they are not currently aligned to the grid, so let's fix that. And here we go, everything balanced and aligned as it should be. Now it's time to detect collisions so we can implement the score system. I took a quick look into Pygame documentation and boom, collision detection. And we can see that how the score incrementation is being printed into the terminal every frame. Now it's time to respawn the score point with a new position for some gameplay. This took me a whole hour to make and the solution was really simple. All I had to do was call a couple of functions and I was stuck in circular import shenanigans. But we have a game now, the score goes up and the scores keep spawning. Now it's time to display this terminal info into our game window. And now the score system works. We are done with our game, but it's time for some finishing touches. I refactored all my code and changed some values and colors, and here are the results. Now it's time to build our game into an executable. To build the game, I installed another package from pip called PyInstaller, which just packs all the code packages and dependencies into an exe. Now if I paste this into my terminal, PyInstaller will build our game. And here's our game, and if I open this, cool. That's it for this video. I made this game in 2 days and what did I learn? A lot and I'm happy about it. Source code of the game or built game in general can be found here on my GitHub. So bye.